And sometime in the Kirtland era, Brother Abel was washed and anointed in the Kirtland temple. 1836, December, this same Elijah Abel is ordained as 70. The ordination is performed by Zebedee Kirtland according to certificates on record. Abel becomes a duly licensed minister of the gospel for missionary work in Ohio. He later serves missions in New York and Canada. Brother Elijah Abel served 3 full-time missions for the church. We move forward to June 1839. Joseph Smith Jr. attends a meeting at which Elijah Abel's activities are discussed. Abel's priesthood is not questioned. During this period of time, we have the pearl of great price being put on paper by the prophet. This work makes significant references to the people of Canaan and descendants of Cain. Here it says, Enoch ministers the gospel to the surrounding nations, but does not go to those of the lineage of Canaan who are identified as black. And as Brother Perkins has pointed out, you can have your own interpretation, whether that was skin color or countenance or their spirituality. But I point out that Enoch, this Enoch that we're speaking of here, was in the period of time before the flood. And God brought the flood upon the earth because the world was wicked. And he did not drown only black folks, were there people of this racial origin, but he had drowned all the wicked and left only Noah, his wife, the 3 sons, and their wives. So all of these people of which were written died in the flood. And it came to pass that Enoch continued to call upon all the people, save it were the people of Canaan, to repent. Moses 7:12. 1843, apostles Heber C. Kimball, Orson Pratt, and John Page suggest Elijah Abel's missionary work be directed only to his own people. Abel's priesthood seems not at issue. Again, the year is 1843. Abel serves yet another mission. More than one, 1844 or earlier. Walker Lewis, a founding member of the Massachusetts General Colored Association, a racial abolitionist all-black organization, is ordained an elder by William Smith, younger brother of Joseph Smith Jr. in Lowell, Massachusetts. Again, the year 1844, 10 years after the memory that Brother Kirtland said took place with the prophet. 1844, Joseph Smith Jr. campaigns for the presidency of the United States on an anti-slavery platform aimed at ending slavery by 1850. President Smith states, break off the shackles of the poor black man and hire him to labor like any other human being, for an hour of virtuous liberty on earth is worth a whole eternity of bondage, close quote. And then we had that horrible day, June 1844, and the martyrdom of Brother Joseph and his brother, Hiram. I don't know how many of you have had the opportunity to visit some of the church sites, but to be in that building, in that jail at Carthage, and to go into that room and see the bullet hole in the door, the bullet that went through and then killed Hiram, striking him in the head, and to see the window where the prophet was when he was shot and then through which he fell to the ground, you get a sense of the history and the magnitude of the crime that was done. Later that same year, 1844, Apostle Wilford Woodruff visits Lowell, Massachusetts, and notes that, quote, a colored brother who was an elder, close quote, presumably Walker Lewis, was in attendance. 27 April 1845, Orson Hyde suggests that the, quote, curse of slavery, end quote, could be traced to the premortal existence where some spirits, quote, lent an influence to the devil, close quote. He speculates that these spirits, quote, take bodies in the accursed lineage of Canaan and hence the Negro or African race, close quote. So we've had Elijah Abel, we had Walker Lewis. Now we have a third one. October 1846, William McCary is baptized and ordained by Apostle Orson Hyde, the man whom we just saw. We also have a would-be black prophet here.